Okay, how long has Erik Karlsson got left at the Ottawa Senators? Will he be traded before training camp starts? Um, from all the reports that are coming out and the rumours that are coming out, and some of the journalists who are very, very well respected within the NHL circles and the sport in general, it's looking more and more likely that he's on the way out. Obviously, Ottawa want to trade rather than him going to the minors via waivers because he won't clear waivers. He'll be snapped up by the first team that's on the line, and they don't want to lose him as a free agent next summer. They would obviously want to trade him. He's clearly not interested in a contract extension. Eugene Melnyk has been very veiled in his statements, but it's basically clear that he doesn't want to negotiate with him or have him as part of the plans of the future. Matt Duchene is the plan of the future, and you can debate that trade as much as you want. And seeing Max Pacioretty and John Tavares both go this summer to other teams, and Pacioretty being traded, I think this has started the domino effect. And I do think to move Karlsson is going to be more than a two-team trade. And I think all teams would like to get this done before training camp starting next week. They want to get it done. So I can see Erik Karlsson going before training camp. I can see him, going most likely to the Western Conference. I cannot see Ottawa being too happy with him going to another Eastern Conference rival, but they may not be able to call the shots on this. If Eugene Melnyk really doesn't want to negotiate with this player and sign a new contract with him and spend the money, they may not have the leeway to negotiate where he really goes. They may have to take the first offer. Stone's contract's a pain in the arse as well, but it's the aftermath of the Hoffman situation. The way the franchise handled that situation was really poor. It's like it left a bad taste in the mouth of Senators fans and hockey fans in general. And obviously, it was a bad image for the team. And there's a lot of unhappy players around that camp right now. And Eugene Melnyk has basically come out in that interview with Borwitzky over the week, and he's basically saying we're going to get younger and get a lot of young players. And he's basically hinting at a full rebuild, and they want to offload players. And Erik Karlsson is part of the old guard in Eugene Melnyk on his mind, and Pierre Dorian as the GM hasn't done a great job either in this whole situation. And I feel sorry for Guy Boucher, the coach, because clearly, he's trying to keep this roster together. He's trying to keep the dressing room united, and that's proved impossible. And last season wasn't great, considering that 2 years ago they were a game away from the Stanley Cup final. Their fall from grace has been marked. They don't look like they're going to get playoffs this coming season. There's issues with the arena. There's issues with getting to the arena. There's issues with ownership with Eugene Melnyk. There's not a lot of love lost between him and the fans. So I can see Erik Karlsson wanting out of this organisation. Where he goes, there's 30 teams that could take him. It's going to be more than a two-team trade. There will be other players in play to move pieces because of the player he is, and he's a star player. I can see him most likely going to the Western Conference, but then I can see him also getting traded again back to the Eastern Conference, possibly. But I can see a multi-team trade taking place and many pieces moving. But wherever he goes, he makes that team automatically better. And if they're on the cusp of the playoffs, they're suddenly a contender. And if they're already a contender, they're on the cusp of the Stanley Cup final if they get this player and they work it right. But there we go. I think he's going to go before Sunday. If the rumours are to be believed and the reports are to be believed, he could be going in the next 48 hours from me making this video. So this video is actually going to be quite dated if he does move. If he doesn't go now, I can't see him being given out as a rental for the 3 months at the trade deadline. But a trade may happen in the season, as we saw with Matt Duchene moving from Nashville, and that was a three-way player trade. And Carl Torres going the other way, and then the Avalanche getting involved, and there were players moving. But it's going to be interesting. Anyway, watch this space. Thank you very much for watching. Where do you think Erik Karlsson ends up? Do you think he actually remains with the Senators for the season, or do you think he goes? And obviously, the Senators are limited in their options because if they want to send him down to the minors, they're going to have to waive him, and he'll get snapped up straight away. And if they leave it too long and he doesn't want to sign a contract extension, he's a free agent and he can go wherever he wants. And whoever's got the cap space to sign him. So Ottawa do want to trade. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.